know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. Yeah, they gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. Ain't no option, ain't no secondary. I just throw it up like a Hail Mary. Legendary.
Bustling Philadelphia on I-95, a gorgeous night for basketball. Welcome to the city of brotherly love. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Last season, Bam Adebayo signed that 5-year max extension, the richest contract in Miami Heat franchise history. He said of this team, they're going to push you no matter what. Whether you've got $160 million or you've got 1.5, we all get treated the same. And that's what I love about this organization. Kevin?
Good story. Hard work does pay off, David. Thank you so much. A couple of great big men in the middle tonight, Greg. Center matchups are far from traditional these days, but this should be fun to watch.
Especially, Kevin, once you get into the small ball lineups. I mean, we've seen guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Butler and Tucker up in the forward spots. Backcourt pair for them, it's Lowry and Robinson. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, the stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden, and it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. Now here is Lowry. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, I like seeing Butler show off his mad hops. This guy's got big-time bounce and knows how to slam it down with authority.
Here is Harden. Pass to Maxey. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Adebayo. Tucker, the pass to Adebayo. Good D by Embiid. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. Harden against Butler. Pass to Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Robinson dishes to Tucker. Back to Robinson. Lowry for 3. It's hauled in by Thibault. Here's Philadelphia. To the paint. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
Now here's Butler. The 11-footer off the mark. His first miss of the game, 1 for 2. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harris passes to Maxey. Over Robinson. The 9-footer's on the mark.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Lowry against Harris. Passes it to Harden. Back to Harris. And the pass to Thibault. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And along with terrific production, Harris is an interesting team leader. Very positive in his approach.
Just 2 to shoot. Maxey. Here's Embiid. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Greg, Harris has grown more vocal as his comfort level on the team has risen.
And Kevin, he's always had it in him. Now that he's a veteran, he's earned the right. He always seems to bring the guys together.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Tucker.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Lowry showing you the veteran smarts there, able to sniff out when the D has overcommitted and taking advantage.
Here's Embiid. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Pass to Thibault. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And the layup falls. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid.
You know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Embiid. Now recovering. Embiid, no good. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Left side, Butler. Robinson against Harris. 6 on the shot clock. And Butler launches from deep. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Thibault kicks to Harden. Back to Thibault. Here's Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 8.
That's a nice soft touch from Embiid. Well, he's so smooth for a guy of his size. Scoring inside for him looks effortless.
Now here's Lowry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
The jump hook. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Heat trail by 3. Butler with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. They get it back.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Tucker. Embiid, the pass to Harden. Driving the lane. No good on that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And even 3-on-3 break. Floats it up for Adebayo. And Butler gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
You know, sometimes it seems as though Butler enjoys scoring through contact more. Welcomes the challenge of converting in difficult circumstances.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
76ers trailing. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And maybe we don't talk enough about what a great teammate Lowry is. Passionate, he leads by example, and always vocal.
George Niang, he's checked in for the 76ers. Green comes in for James Harden. Oladipo, he's checked in for Miami. Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. Harris passes to Maxey. Tipped away. In transition, here comes Miami. Lowry, good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here is Harris. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Maxey. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Maxey's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. When Lowry won gold in 2016, the U.S. team coaches had very high praise.
Yeah, you can call him their unsung hero. The best team player out of anybody. This guy shows emotion and guys feed off his energy. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here is Harris. Connects from three-point range.
Green right back at you with that 3.
The Heat have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Lowry dishes to Butler. Pass to Hero. Shot clock at 5. Over Green. Hero, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Lowry passes to Butler. Back to Lowry. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And the 76ers with some changes. Millsap comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Korkmaz in for Tobias Harris. Heat also with a sub. Martin's checked in. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Now, here's Maxey. 7 points in the game. Lets it fly, and that one's good. Korkmaz. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Well, I like how Paul Millsap used his body to get into the defender there.
Green against Lowry. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Pass to Maxey. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And Oladipo kicks to Lowry. Back to Oladipo. Passes to Hero. Just 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Here's Lowry. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded by Adebayo. And there's the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Maxey's got 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lowry finds Hero. 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
The form, the release, the balance, everything in sync. Oladipo's jumper is as good as it gets.
Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Hero. Misses off the right iron. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Outside Lowry. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Maxey. He's got 9. This one for three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Oladipo doing a nice job utilizing his quick hands on defense, doing his best not to allow shooters clean looks.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Philadelphia ahead, up by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And Kyle Lowry, always one of the league's leaders in charges drawn, he sheds light on the significance of that play.
It's a real-life momentum shift. You know, it really boosts myself, my team, and it really takes a lot from the other guys because they think they have a play, a dunk, a pass, an assist or something, and it's like, no, that's not there. And it's a foul on the other guy, maybe the star player, maybe the shot blocker, maybe anybody. And that's what I do. I do whatever it takes to help my team win.
And for Lowry, all of 6 feet tall, to absorb those collisions, sacrificing his body, it shows what he's all about.
And like he said, whatever it takes to win, that pit bull mentality, and he's got the strength to weather the physicality.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, Oladipo is out there with Martin. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Strus in at the 2 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, the Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
What a great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you. Now, Hero, following the miss by Paul Millsap. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. James Harden, he's checked in for Philadelphia. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Heat. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Oladipo, and he drives in. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Korkmaz, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather own the team.
Shooting 2. And the first one drops. Robinson's checked in for Victor Oladipo. He hits both from the stripe. Miami trailing. Outside, Martin. To the middle. Here's Tucker. Misses off the left iron. The 76ers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Miami, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
There's the pass to Green. Harden left side. Green taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. Here's Korkmaz, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Robinson. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Hero. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Pass to Millsap to the inside. Here's Niang. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And the 76ers lead by 2. A terrific all-around player for many years. Millsap, Clark when healthy, continues to impact the game.
A pro's pro, Kevin. Just rock solid, impactful, steady, reliable. Stretches the floor with the three-point shot. Always in the right spot defensively. Rebounds well at both ends. I mean, just really the consummate pro and value-added player. And an all-star multiple times as well.
Now, Hero. He has 6. The dish now to Martin. Here's the 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Green passes to Korkmaz. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Niang. Drains the three-pointer. Niang's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Robinson down low. Millsap covering. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Robinson.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
Here's Strus. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No one covered. Hero's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Millsap. Harris comes in for George Niang. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Green. And Miami with a change here, too. Butler's checked in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now, here's Butler. 9 points in the game so far. And the rejection by Embiid.
A fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after them as well, especially when he's in the area.
Here is Harden. Passes it to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. Started by Robinson. Drives to the hoop.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
They now take the lead. Robinson's got 5 now.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Over to the left wing. Here's Embiid. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Korkmaz. Rebound by the Heat. Butler up top. Defended by Thibault. Now the pass to Strus. Hero with it. Down low, here's Robinson, and the layup is good. And that's now 7 points for Robinson.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Here's Harden. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Harris passes to Embiid. That one's not going to go. And it's Miami the other way. Now Hero. He's got 9. It's Robinson, top of the key. Pass to Strus. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Poke loose. And Robinson with a clear path to the basket. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Tucker. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 12 points in the game.
Tell you what, I don't know if any center in the league can score in as many ways as Embiid. Maybe Jokic, but those two are pretty much in a class by themselves. Embiid showing us everything tonight.
And the Heat call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Maxey's checked in for Korkmaz. Butler passes to Otto.
Yeah! You know, Jimmy's really a great playmaker from the wing spot, and I think at times Butler can play point forward.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Pass to Thibault. Inside, it's stolen by Oladipo. 4-on-3 break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Man, what strength from Butler. Refuses to be tied down or held down. Excellent concentration on the and one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
A free throw drops for Butler.
And really, hard to find more intense players than Jimmy Butler. This guy is 100% focused on winning at all times. One of the ultimate competitors in our league.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Outside Butler. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And with Butler and his intensity, Greg, it's a perfect fit for him in Miami.
And yeah, it can rub some players the wrong way, but it goes hand in hand with the culture here. Hard to imagine Butler on a team other than Miami.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Puts it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Kicks it out to Harden. Dishes it to Harris. 5 on the clock. Here's Maxey. Offensive rebound. Embiid. It's good. Embiid's got 16 points.
I know it's a tall task, but you got to box out Embiid. It's really that simple because if you don't, he's going to make you pay.
Oladipo dishes to Lowry. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Kicks it out to Harden. A beautiful reverse layup. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, a feed like this shows you how well-rounded Joel Embiid's game is becoming and what a good teammate he is. He's not just looking for his own.
Now, here's Oladipo. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Harris. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid.
I don't think you can get too physical with Butler because he's so smart. He's clever in how he gets into the defender to draw the foul.
The Heat have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. No good on that one.
Butler's leadership the last few years has really been admirable. I mean, the guy simply wants to win, and he's willing to pay the price to do so.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Maxey. Here's Embiid, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And you love how much heart Bam plays with defensively, working overtime on that possession.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
The effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more than physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Big time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. So far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
This kind of defense won't cut it. You have to get yourself in position to contest shots. This means making the right reads and putting forth the effort. They've done neither. Their opponent is taking advantage.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here's Butler. No good there with the step-back J.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Now, here's Maxey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Lowry with the ball. Butler kicks to Lowry. Back to Butler. The feed to Tucker. And Embiid with the block. Harden against Butler. Oh, and James Harden throws it down home.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin, and he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids, and certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
We throw good, James Harden.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. The Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
Adebayo, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Adebayo's got it all tied up now for Miami. Passes it to Maxey. To the middle, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
At 7 feet tall and almost a seventh of a ton, that's a lot of force coming down on the 10 with Embiid.
Now here's Butler, 17 points in the game. A floater, and the layup is good. Butler's got 19 points. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
Lowry looking around. Floats it up for Butler, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now, here's Maxey. 11 points in the game. Lowry against Harden. Over Lowry. And they get it back. And there's the pass to Thibault. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 21.
This team counts on Butler's ability to make plays at both ends, and he relishes that with trust. His scoring is what's really stood out tonight.
Embiid, no good. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Robinson passes to Lowry. Tucker dishes to Lowry. With the teardrop, he gets that one. Lowry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat.
Oh, nice drive by Lowry, cutting the defense to pieces and then getting himself open for a look.
Pass to Embiid. And here now is Thibault. Back to Embiid. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Heat call time here.
And your Sixer Nasty.
Some changes for Philadelphia. George Niang, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in for Maxey. The Heat also changing it up. Martin's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson. Now, Hero, 9 points in the game so far. Going inside, lays it up off the glass. Hero's got 11 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Embiid.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill. Incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
The assist from James Harden.
Lowry passes to Butler. From 13, it's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here is Lowry. Tucker can't get it to go. Here's Niang, covered by Martin. Here's Niang. He's got 5. For the lead. Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got 26 points.
Embiid has such balance and agility for a big man. He's able to work through contact and still finish with touch.
Here's Lowry. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. Here's Harris. Second shot opportunity. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Martin kicks to Hero. Off target from outside.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Harris against Martin. Pass to Niang. Shoots over Tucker. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to Hero. In the corner, it's Martin. Outside Lowry. Down low. Here's Hero. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Butler. He's got 21. Here's Korkmaz. The pass to Harden to the inside. Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. Over Martin. He can't get that one. The Heat go the other way with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Philadelphia. Embiid stolen by Tucker, and it's the Heat on the break. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Feeds it to Tucker. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Incredible control on that floater. Harden is fantastic at putting just the right amount of touch on these very difficult and delicate shots.
Now, here's Tucker. Here's Hero. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Harden outside. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Back to Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Heat with the lead. Outside Lowry. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Millsap comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Green in for Korkmaz. Now here is Harris. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. And finished off by Oladipo.
Boy, Victor Oladipo, an explosive athlete, and is dangerous above the rim.
Harden the pass to Millsap. Steps back and shoots. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And Bam Adebayo, picked 14th in the 2017 draft, has made huge improvements throughout his career. Guy is a hard worker.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Heat getting the bucket. No coverage that time. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Good work defensively by Harden. And Coach Spoelstra says that Adebayo continues to put in the work to improve.
And Kevin, you see it in his game every year. Never takes a summer off. Comes back each fall with a new wrinkle to his repertoire.
Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Harden finds Millsap. Break D that time from Adebayo. Lowry passes to Butler. Loads it up for Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Butler's so proficient at running the pick and roll. Excellent at taking what the defense gives him and gets those passes around defenders quite sweetly.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Harden on the wing. Count that one. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Backcourt pair for them, it's Lowry and Robinson. Adebayo is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Oladipo in at the three.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Maxey passes to Harris. To the paint, here's Millsap.
Bam Adebayo. Paul Millsap.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he's good on the second.
You know, it took a little time for Millsap to develop and blossom into the NBA player he is, but once he did blossom, this guy became a star quickly.
And Oladipo kicks to Robinson. Outside Butler. And that one is good. Butler's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Maxey. And the shot falls short this time. Miami leading by 9. Lowry passes to Robinson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 9th assist in the game now. 76ers shooting here, about 46% for the game. Now, here's Maxey. Lowry covering. Harris, good.
Boy, that's a nice touch from Harris right there, showing you exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Harris inside, defended by Butler. And Butler sends it back.
He's one of the most feared wing defenders in the league. Butler rejecting the shot. Beautiful.
Six to shoot. 11 feet away.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Jimmy Butler.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Butler. So he gets them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And the 76ers call time here. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
Butler gives you a little bit of everything, and that includes points from the mid-range.
Poked away and stolen by Butler. Fires from 18. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. And the Heat lead by 16.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
To the middle, here's Butler. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. In transition, here comes Miami. Lowry leading the charge. The wide open look here for Oladipo. That 3 off the mark. Harris passes to Maxey. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Tyrese Maxey.
First one falls for Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Paul Millsap. And Miami also making a switch. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Oladipo. Both good from the line that time. Miami leading by 14. Now Lowry. And the rejection by Embiid. And he gets it back. Shot clock at 3. Here's Adebayo. The Heat rebound. Here's Tucker. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Heat lead by 16. Pass to Embiid. Over Adebayo. Pass to Maxey. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, G.A., right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Harris misses. The Heat leading by 14. Right side Lowry. Passes it to Butler. He kicks it to Robinson. Back to Butler. Over Harris. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. 76ers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Put a goal down the stretch. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Philadelphia making a change here. Harden's checked in. The Heat have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Butler dishes to Lowry. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He lays it in.
And just so crafty around the hoop. Lowry probably 6 feet at best, and he can slip inside and score with the best of them.
Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Outside Butler. Back to Lowry. Fires for three. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 5 assists tonight.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Robinson. Harden outside. Clock at 6. Over Lowry. Second chance effort. Here's Embiid. Goes up again, and the layup is up and in. Embiid's got 16 here in the second half.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far. You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Harden the pass to Embiid to the inside. Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And, you know, the evolution of Embiid continues. At 7 feet tall, he can look over defenders and make great passes, and he's got a nice feel for passing the ball.
Lowry passes to Adebayo. Another shot. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Down low. Harris misses.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
The pass to Adebayo. Now here's Butler. Loads it up for Adebayo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And terrific to see Adebayo putting up big numbers. He's continuing to grow as a scorer.
And here's Harden. Pass to Maxey. Fires the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Lowry's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And stolen by Thibault. Harris outside. To the left wing. Embiid trying to break loose. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 10 points now just in this quarter. The Heat leading by 15. Outside Lowry. Inside. Here's Adebayo. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Heroes checked in for Robinson. Harden the pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Maxey. Here's Embiid. Drops in the layup for 2. Embiid's got 18 points just in the second half.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Here's Hero. Good on the shot.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Pass to Maxey. He dishes it to Embiid. Here's Thibault.
Who's got ball? Switch.
There's the pass to Harden. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got 29 in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Miami.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display
for Bam Adebayo.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Maxey. And that one is off. And so Lowry will bring it up for Miami. Pass to Hero. Back to Lowry. And Tucker kicks to Lowry. Over Harden. The shot by Lowry, no good. Pass to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Bam. Your impact is seen all over the stat sheet. So what's the mindset as you approach these games?
Just trying to get a team win, trying to impact winning. You know, that's what it's all about. My teammates got my back like I got theirs, so he's just going out there and trying to do our thing.
It was very visible there down the stretch. You looked like yourselves and got the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.